Welcome class. I hope you all are safe at home. Right? Now, in the previous class, I told you about the three important terms, that is social distance. Right? I hope you all are following this, and please maintain this all as it helps us to protect ourselves from the COVID-19. Right? Now, I don't go in group or don't go in the crowd area. And M is nothing but the mask. Make sure that whenever you are going outside, your face should be covered with the mask. And at home also, if some persons are coming from out your house, so you need to protect yourself and make sure that your dirty hand should not touch your ears, eyes, nose. Right? Or make sure that our hand should not touch our face. Right? Now, S is nothing but the soap. And when you are going out, please sanitize your hands and go and maintain a small sanitizer in your pocket, so that whenever you are touching the things outside, right, immediately you can able to sanitize your hands. And when you are at home, please make use of the soap. You can use any soap to clean your hands, and frequently for the 2 to 3 hours you need to wash your hands with the soap. Now moving to the class. Right? Now we in the first class we have discussed about our earth. Right? Now how inside the earth we have done, that is the interior structure of the earth, crust, mantle and core. About these three important layers we have discussed. Now moving to the second chapter, that is the natural balance of the earth. The natural balance of earth. What is the meaning of the balance? Right? What are the common things we observe on the earth? That is a forest, rocks, air, water. Right? These are the most important things which we can able to see on our earth. And many things are there which we will see with our naked eye. So those all common features are nothing but the realms. Right? Common features. Now, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the four important realms. That is page number 14, please. The first natural realm is about the lithosphere. Right? Lithosphere. Now, what is the meaning of? Now we are taking the word litho and sphere. And what is the meaning of the litho here? It is nothing but the solid crust. And what is the crust here? It is nothing but the top layer of the earth. Top layer of the earth. And what is the meaning of the sphere? Half of the ball. Half of the sphere. Right? Now it is a solid crust or the hard top part of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered with a thick layer of soil. Now here this is the surface of the earth. On the inside the surface of the earth, here we can see the different types of soil particles. Right? Very huge rocks, different minerals, everything we can able to see once if we go deep inside the earth. So in Greek, litho means stone or rock. Now, the lithosphere, it is a Greek word. It is a Greek word. Now, litho means stone and rock means spiral or rock. Spiral means sphere or ball. It is not a smooth surface as you see on the globe. Here on the globe, and here on the globe we can see there are no up and downs. Right? There are no mountains. We can't see these all features on the map as it is a very flat surface. Now, but in the reality, is it possible for us? No. Here, wherever we go, in every corner, right? Now we can able to see the up and downs are there on the road, and here we can see the huge hills, rocks, mountains, plateaus. These all we can see on our earth. Now, it is not smooth surface as you see on the globe, but has high mountains, plateaus or the high lands, low plains, deep valleys and very deep basins which are filled with the water. Here on the surface of the earth we can see both the water and land. Right? Now, many of these features are shaped by the wind and water. Here already just now we have discussed. On the surface of the earth we can see the huge rocks, small rocks and more number of rocks are together in one particular place. And here we can see the different shapes of rocks also, like in mushroom structure or the arc-like structure. We can able to see such type of rocks also, how they are formed because of the movement of the water and the air. Movement of the water and air. Continuously, suppose here. Now on this globe I have poured the chocolate powder. Now when I will blow the air on this, here it will go. Depending upon the force of the air or the wind, here the dust particles what are there on the globe, it will go. And once the air flow is reduced or the force of the air reduces, we can see all these dust particles will deposit in the one particular place. Right? The same way, due to the flow of the water and the air, we can see there will be cuttings on the rocks. Right? Here in the coastal areas, we can able to see different shaped rocks. Those all are caused because of the movement of the water and air. So, now portions of the crust in the form of dust and etc. are mingled with the air too. Here in the air we can see different types of particles. So with the help of those particles we can see the huge rocks are cutting into different shapes. Now when the lithosphere heats up due to the sun rays and cool downs, it influences the air and water too. Now here on the huge rock, due to the rainfall and with the help of the sun rays and the movement of the air and the water, so these are four important things when they are affecting on the rock, and this rock is going to change into the small particles onto small rocks, and due to the sun rays, water, air and rain. So these all things are making the number of changes inside the rock, and they are helpful for the splitting the huge rock into the small soil. So when lithosphere heats up due to the sun rays and cools down, it influences the air and water too. We and most other living beings live on this realm. Along with us, many people. The vegetation is there and the human life is there. And along with us, many realms also, the common features are there. Now we and most other living beings live on this realm. We use the rocks and soils and other things found on the hard crust in many ways. Now wherever we are living inside the four walls, and for the construction of the four walls we need the rocks. So here the rocks are very helpful for us, at the same time for the animals. For the animals also, as animals are living inside the huge rocks and they are called as the caves. So here lithosphere is nothing but, litho means solid crust and the sphere is a half of the sphere or a ball. Now what all the huge rocks or the small different shape of rocks we are observing, they all are made into different shapes because of the continuous flow of the air and water. Now air and water have the capacity to cut any huge rock into different shapes. Right? Now moving to the next one, that is about the hydrosphere. Hydro is nothing but water. Hydrosphere. Again, hydro is a Latin Greek word. Hydro means nothing but it is a Greek word, hydro. And sphere is a half of a ball. Now, It comes from the Greek word hudor meaning water. How litho is a rock, hard rock. In the same way, hudor is a water. Now on the surface of the earth we can see the water, right? That is nothing but the hydrosphere. Now some part of the earth is found deep down under the earth among the rocks. Already in the 7th class we have learned about the pervious and the impervious rocks. How the rocks contain the water when they are very deep inside. Now here when we are digging the tube well also with the help of the drilling machine. Now with the help of the machine sometimes we can come across with the huge rocks, and due to the heavy force, these with the help of the pipes, with the help of the machine, we can break these rocks also and we will get the water very easily. And here on the rocks we can able to see the small holes. They are called as small pores. And with the help of these pores, the rocks will accumulate the water. Now it comprises various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes and seas and oceans. Here hydrosphere, nothing but about the water. We can see the water in the ocean, seas, rivers, lakes, right? Now moving to the next one, that is about the atmosphere. Atmosphere is nothing but the air. The thin layer of the earth that surrounds the earth is known as atmosphere. On the surface of the earth we can see a very thin layer is there. The thin layer is nothing but the atmosphere. Now the Greek word atmos means vapor. It consists a large number of gases including oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, etc. So these all the different gases, different dust particles are mixed up with the air, right? And here this all makes our life very comfortable, and without the air we people can't able to live. So the first one, the lithosphere, says about studies about the crust as a solid rock, and moving to the hydrosphere, that is about the water, and lithosphere and atmosphere is about the air. Now moving to the fourth one, that is the biosphere. Fourth one is biosphere. Bio means life and sphere means half of a ball. The realm of the life including bacteria which living high up in the atmosphere or deep in the constitutes the biosphere. Here whatever the life is existing on the earth, the life, yes or no? Now above the earth also we have the life, on the land, upon the land also we have the life, and deep inside the water body also we have the life. What are the aquatic animals? Where they will live? They will live deep inside the water body. So inside the water body also we can see the life, and above the earth surface also we can see the life. So this all will deals about the life. So as you may have noted above, life needs the presence of all the three important realms. So if we want to exist, if you want to have a very good life wherever we go, above the earth or inside the water body, we need to have the first one, that is about the lithosphere. So from the lithosphere, finally when it is break into different pieces, it will change into a soil. With the help of that soil we can able to make the crops, and we can grow the very good vegetation. So with the help of the vegetation, with the help of the lithosphere, we make the soil, we get the soil, and the hydrosphere, that is the water, atmosphere, earth. So with the earth, these three things we can't able to live. Deep inside the water or above the surface of the earth. Now, what kinds of questions would you like to answer in this section? Pick them in the list given below. How does it rain? How does it rain? With the help of the water bodies. When the sun rays are falling on the earth's surface, it evaporates and forms the clouds, and the clouds brings the rainfall. Why are there mountains? How do the winds blow? How do volcanoes erupt and earthquakes occur? Why are the valleys and the gorges along rivers? How are deltas formed? So about these all things will occur in the lithosphere. Then above the earth surface. Right? Now about the lithosphere and related to these all questions we are going to do in this thing. Now moving to the different forms of landforms. Where the landforms are forming in the lithosphere, so on the surface of the earth. I've got the different types of landforms. What are the three main important landforms? Three important landforms are mountains, plateaus and plains. These are the three important landforms. Lithosphere deals with the land we live upon. We all are living on the land. So, lithosphere deals on the first layer of the earth, that is about the crust. So, as you saw in the last chapter, the crust of the earth is uneven. Uneven means all up and down. So, on the earth we can see the mountains, plains, plateaus, hills. Right? Now, next rivers. These all things we can able to see on the earth. Now, there are known as, very low basins are now filled with the oceans, and then there are the continents. These are known as the first order landforms on the surface of the earth. On the surface of the earth, we can see first two important landforms. They are made by the nature. The first land order forms are continents and oceans. These are the first order landforms. First, we have the land and ocean. Again, these continents are splitting into the different continents. So, this all we are going to do in this chapter only. But here, the first order landform nothing but the continents and ocean, nothing but the land area and the water body. So please underline that topic. The first order landforms are continents and the oceans. Now the surface of the continent is not even. They have plain lowlands, plateaus and high mountains. They are also vary in a result of internal process of the earth. Now the second order landforms. Now your first order landforms are continents and the oceans. The second order landforms are mountains, plains, plateaus, hills. So what all the things made because of the effect which are taken place deep inside the earth, those all are result in the second order landforms, right? Mountains, plains, plateaus, hills, these all will come under the second order landforms. So here we have discussed about the first order and the second order landforms. Now before going to the next topic, that is about the jigsaw puzzle, how our earth is dividing into the two equal parts with the help of equator, we are going to do in the next class. Please cooperate on the homework. I hope you have understood this homework. Read page 14, 15 and write 10 keywords. Keywords are nothing but the new words in classwork. I hope you have understood today's class. Be safe.